video. It's obviously Stockport air raid tunnels, that's where we're going. Never been before, so I've always wanted to do, well, I always enjoy going to tunnels and stuff. This is like almost like a museum, this, so I've never been, I've only seen videos on it, and I just think it'd be alright for my channel really. So we'll get ourselves to Manchester and get into the, we'll get to the tunnels, have a look around. Now in this video, it's like a historic video, so I'm trying to extract things from the past, like conversations. So I'll be using my equipment as usual, just my basic toolkit really, nothing too complex. I'm not trying to make out this ghost, or anything like that. I'm trying to make out that there's stuff from the past. So if we get some stuff in the Vox, conversations or whatever, maybe we'll get some emotions, because obviously the equipment sometimes picks up emotions, and we'll see what we get. It's a self-guided tour, so I'll just walk around, hopefully there's no one there, and I get it all to myself really, because it's always better that way if there's no one in my videos. So just at Refuge train station now, waiting for the train. Got here fucking too early, Anna, so I'll have to wait 20 minutes for a train and then get to Victoria and then figure it out from there. I think there's like a train that can take to Stockport or something. There's buses too, so we'll see what happens. So yeah man, let's get to it. I think the tunnel's open at 1 or something like that. I think I'll be there for like 20 past or something like that. So we'll get there, get this video shot, and we'll see what the tunnels are about. I've got no doubt we'll make some good content. Here comes the train. It's not the train I want, by the way. So that being said, I'll see you there. So whilst I'm waiting for the train, yeah, I just wanted to show you this. So this is obviously for it's like obviously for people that, basically what I'm trying to say is, yeah, there's been quite a lot of suicides here. There was quite a lot actually at one point, and then that's what I think was causing the barrier failures. And then I was doing videos on this to try and show the try and raise awareness about not just suicide, but why the barrier was faulty, you know. But I just wanted to point this out in the video. There's been no suicides here last year or this year so far, which is great. It's always a positive thing, that, especially in the area. This is where I live really. So it's something that that I care passionately about, is to try to stop suicides and people jumping in front of trains or bridges or whatever. There's numerous suicide spots that have been reduced in Rochdale, namely this place, Refuge train station, Healydale Viaduct was another, Queen's Park Bridge was another, and the Seven Sisters was another. There's been no suicides at these points since I started doing videos. Now I don't know whether that's just coincidence or what. I'm not trying to make out it's me that's preventing suicides, but something has to be done when it comes to like suicides. But anyway, that's me just talking enough now. There's an next train, obviously goes past, so we're just looking for the 1204. So it's 11:48 now, so let's get to Manchester. I want to just have a look around in Manchester as well. I want to see if there's any entrances to the tunnels that I can pick out. If there's any places where I could probably get in the future, because Manchester tunnels, I'd love to get in there, and that would be a great video. But it's Stockport tunnels today, so we'll get our way to Stockport. And yeah, I just want to give this information in a video because I always think it's important. So anyway, we'll wait for the train, and enough blabbering fucking bullshit, and we'll get there, yeah. This is Piccadilly. I don't think I've ever been here, like, to Piccadilly, and it's quite, I wouldn't say it's difficult to find, because I've just used the the tram line. Well, I've got to wait for my train now, which is platform 5. This train's actually going to London, but first stop's Stockport, so I've got to wait here half an hour for my train. Well, yeah, this is Piccadilly. I just seen someone getting arrested there. I don't know what we're going on by there. But anyway, we'll wait for our train and get to the tunnels. trains here, so might as well get on it. Check it out, I think this is an old cinema or something. Or a plaza or whatever. Pretty cool, isn't it? Cool as fuck that. Anyway, it says it's 200 metres away, so we'll just follow this road now and hopefully we'll be here very soon. So if you just follow this path or something. It's got to be around here somewhere, surely. That's the church I was looking for, St Peter's Church, which is on the maps. It's right near here or something. I think it's down here or something. How spooky it looks around here, man. Like it looks spooky as fuck at night time around here. With the little spooky lights and that. There we are.
Looking at just the Second World War. And we've got lots of information and I'll explain how it works for you. Oh, spare one of these in your pocket somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Now, this is our little introductory show. This was the main air raid walkers post. Careful the metal bit, careful the 4 steps on the way in.
Cheers, Roger.
And you can stand anywhere there that you want to do. 5-minute show. And before that, let's explain how it all works.
Thanks, Roger. Will you
Right, folks, on the way around, you're going to be looking for yellow discs that look a bit like this. The letter at the top has a chip set into it that makes these work. You may have noticed the audio guides have lights at one end. Yours should be green flashing light, just lets us know it's ready to use. It's as simple as that. So where you see a yellow disc, take the end of the light and point it flat towards the R. When the shiny bit in the middle of the guide gets closer to the chip in the R, the audio guide makes a little bleep. Once it's bleeped, just listen to it like a mobile phone. Easy as that. Even I can do it, right? Once it's talking to you, that's where the 3 buttons come in. So you've got your volume controls either side, and you've got the pause and play button in the middle. With the pause and play button, it can be quite useful. If you want to listen to something again, you can press that middle button twice. The second time you press it, it does play it again, but it goes back to the beginning of the bit you've been listening to. So to listen to something again, either press the middle button twice, or point it back at the R on the disc you've just used, will bleep and restart that way. And if that wasn't exciting enough, there are other things to listen to afterwards if you want to. That's why the books have the little letters A, B and C on them. I'm going to explain more about that when the time comes. Right, so in here for 5 minutes, all sorts of sights and sounds. Some famous people from the Second World War, some not very famous people, and towards the end, a bit of a mock air raid just to set the scene. After that, the man's voice is going to tell you to head through the side tunnel. The light will come back on at the same time. You just head through here. Everyone's a bit taller, just mind you head through here around the corner. After that, plenty of headroom. Then just keep following it around. It's like a loop, it's like a circuit, and eventually you end up back where you started. Once you do get going, if you need help with anything, particularly these audio guides, come back and have a chat to us. We'll sort most things out. Otherwise, you'll all be overjoyed to know that I'm going to shut up and get Shaz to start the show for you. Thanks, Shaza. Oh, look, excellent timing as ever. Folks, enjoy your visit. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
How the hell?
I had
Looks the same.
another door.
It's on the roof behind you.
And here is the paper which bears his name upon it as well as mine. We regard the agreement signed last night and the Anglo-German naval agreement as symbolic of the desire of our two peoples never to go to war with one another again. I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany.
It's been 12 months since the outbreak of this damn war, and we've not heard as much as the sound of a single aeroplane. The worst part is the waiting. But for what? We've been told that there's these explosive bombs that will blow up a whole street, or the incendiaries that set all the buildings alight, or worse still, poison gas.
The battle was wrong. You know, I expect that the battle of Britain is about to begin. Let us, therefore, brace ourselves to our duty. So bear ourselves if the British Empire and its Commonwealth last for 1,000 years, then we'll still say, this was their finest hour.
I heard these two women talking in the street yesterday.
And what do you make of these tunnels? My owl says the Home Office don't approve of large shelters now. They reckon 4,000 people in one place is too much of a risk. That's why they won't give the corporation a normal building grant. Owl says the government wants us to act like a concrete shelters. Come on, no, but they're awful. Stuffy, hot, cramped in the summer, dark, miserable, and uncomfortable in the winter. You know, there's even rats in some of them.
I have to admit, these tunnels are much better. They've got lights, a canteen and toilets. If the Londoners can take cover in underground stations, I don't see why we can't take cover in these tunnels. To that safe, you can bet half of Manchester will be over here when the bombs start dropping on them, if they ever drop. The nurses will be here in a bit. The Red Cross sent 2 of them over every night. Oh, well, I suppose I better check the tool store and get back to the warden's post. I don't think they'll ever come over here, those Germans. They're too busy in France. Mind you, it wouldn't be much of a life for us if they did. Would you now lead through the small opening of the door, following the signs, taking care to mind your head? Just push the door at the end of the short tunnel and go into the shelters. And please remember, no smoking.
Thank you. So it's given me this device here. Let's switch to mine. In early 1938, large underground cellars were discovered at the back of the properties of Chestergate. They had been dug out of the sandstone which is the town was built. It was originally thought the cellars would provide underground parking, but with the growing threat of war, the local ARP committee had a different idea. They would be used as secure shelters to protect the people of Stockport during an air raid. Austin. This is what they were saying about the nurses. 2 nurses would come every night. Some magnet pings. Well, just some ONS maps really. So you get this or something.
The Stockport air raid shelters are now open, ready to receive you. Take care when using the tunnels. Be aware of uneven footing, low-level lighting, and keep to the center of the tunnels when possible. Should the fire alarm sound when you're inside, follow the emergency exit signs, which are clearly marked. In order to navigate through the tunnels, directions. The Stockport air raid shelters are now open, ready to receive you.
So this must have been, they've obviously blocked that off for some reason.
Low-level lighting, and keep to the center of the tunnels when possible.
Is it wood?
When you're inside,
Yeah.
follow the emergency exit signs, which are clearly marked. In order to
Look at
navigate
it. Look at the sandstone.
guide,
Look at it.
press A to hail water addressing Boy Scouts. Press B
Right, so let's use some of the Vox. So hopefully the Vox is going to pick up something, some sounds from the past or whatever. I don't know what's in there. So they shut off to the public now. Surprised nothing's come through on the Vox actually. Smells a bit funny. Medical bay. I don't know if you're allowed in there. Bedpans. See what Garcia does. You get a picture or something. These little ingrained little holes. Bring your own bedding with you. Imagine this is where you sleep. Yeah, nursing mothers in there. I forgot to this here. Yeah.
Move aside there, please. Let this lady through. Come now, my dear. Calm yourself. You're a distressing baby. We have a... Move aside there, please. Let this lady through. Come now, my dear. Calm yourself. You're a distressing baby. We have a nice, quiet place here for you to nurse. With lots of potties, nappy squares and sterilised milk if you need it. You may stay as long as you need.
Expected mothers. Or press C. ABC advice on getting the most out of your children's clothes. Otherwise, continue the tour.
So that's what I just walked through, more or less. And that would have been that board that I would have seen where he would have finged it off. So you probably don't get lost. So in a minute the tube's going to say to your right, and it means one of the voice things that they've given me that you can listen to. Now, for some reason I can't hear it, I don't know why, but you can clearly see that's what it says. And then you've got the thing on the wall, which is what it's referring to. It's quite a big area, to be honest.
Stockport Express, 1940. 10 points for the Emergency Committee. The Stockport Express urges Stockport Town Council to provide hot drinks for shelter users. Many of the youngsters excited and overtired get very thirsty and run for a drink every few minutes. No facilities are provided for heating water, and wardens and attendants feel that during the winter months, cold water will result in severe chills, if nothing worse. Many parents have brought tea, sugar, and milk with them, but owing to the lack of hot water, the children are denied the comfort of a warm drink. Press A for more about the canteen. B for
Hang on, potato sausages.
VS. Or C for twice as good with egg. Otherwise, continue with water.
There's the toilets, are there? Must be, yeah. Bit of privacy here, whatever. I don't know if you get running water in here, I'm not quite sure. Nothing on course here, which is quite strange, to be honest.
Come here, dear. No need to carry on. There, dry your eyes. I know it can be the old Chestergate Hotel? Well, there'll be some sort of entertainment later. You can join in the sing-songs, or maybe darts. I heard the Plaza Entertainers might perform later on. There. I don't know. Together down here. See those books over there with the street label, the cardboard sign? I'll bet some of your neighbours are here too. Let's go and see if we can find them, eh?
Entertainment service in the shelters. B. The memories of collecting sugar. C. Someone explained to the child that it was leaving his dog in the room. Otherwise, continue the tour.
So there is no reception in here. There's no phone reception, but you wouldn't think that there would be anywhere. Look at this. This shelter will afford protection against bomb splinters, overhead shrapnel, and bomb blasts. The government's own recommendation of dig trench in the garden has been greatly simplified by the instruction of this air raid shelter. Nice solid metal. Can't believe how quiet the box is. Explore tour going underground, which I think this is what it might be. I can't see further in there. So that's what it probably, obviously adults for a tenner. So that might be pretty cool actually. Further in there. Can't really see much. It does carry on down there. In 1938, a Red Precautions Act forced all local councils to follow how they would protect local residents from attack from the air. Stockport Council set about recruiting staff and volunteers from the local ARP group, and October 1938, 1,400 people had already signed up. ARP groups provided emergency ambulance service and first aid posts. They issue gas masks showing people how to use them and demonstrate how to put out an incendiary bomb. Wardens carried out blackout patrols ensuring no light escaped from houses. If it could be seen from the street, it could be seen from the ARP members. Also helped to put out fires and rescue those trapped in bombed out buildings. Stockport was deemed relatively safe and only so a few children were evacuated. Some were sent out to relatives or friends in Canada, Australia, South Africa. Under the Children's Overseas Reception Board, 9 excited children left Stockport in August 1940, accompanied by a local teacher who arrived safely at their destination. Sadly, 1 month later, a ship carrying children went down in the Atlantic and the scheme was abandoned. So there's obviously some more that you can read there, but Dig for victory. That's why there's a bar there, so you don't really get lost. Well, not lost, but it keeps you on track, which is pretty good. So it gives you a real feel like what it was like once upon a time in these tunnels, where people would have to sleep, go to the toilet, whatever, because they wouldn't have been here for that long. So this as well, honestly, it just feels weird. It's just almost like sand, like solid sand. You put your finger on it, it starts to come down a bit. It is very cool in here. So the first bit of brickwork I've seen here, look. There's your women in there. Probably the same deal as it was with the men. Save your rubber boots. So there's nothing really set me equipment off, which is kind of cool. People of Stockport embraced a warship. Recently reached their national savings. HMS Hawkins and her crew have now been family adopted by the citizens of Stockport. Take all your belongings with you. So I think this might be the end of the tour, to be honest. It's pretty cool. That must be what it looked like outside once upon a time. And this is it, back at the beginning.
Oh, carried away with yourself.
40.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Very slow pass, please. No one goes this one.
You just used to doing it straight away.
Yeah.
Roger, that was great, that was great, Roger, thanks a lot. Yeah.
Cheers, thanks.
Really appreciate that, mate.
Yeah, thanks
a
for
lot.
coming to see us.
Yeah, thanks a lot, mate. Yeah, see ya. So let's just have a look around here. So, you can see what it maybe once looked like once upon a time, or what's left of it, really. So the car park that you see there, that's what was the picture. So that's the same place, more or less, what it showed the picture just as it was coming out. About 4,500 people during World War II air raids which reached their peak at Christmas 1940, reopened in 1989. So that will conclude today's video. Nice to get in some tunnels and have like a self-guided tour. I think it's excellent how they've opened it to the public and you can more or less walk back in time. I'm a bit baffled by my equipment not going off. Very baffled indeed. I don't know why that was. Not sure at all, but it don't always happen, does it? It's a low moon phase, so these things usually happen. Well, these things can happen, and it's not night time. Should be different at night time. So here we go back up here. So after walking from Victoria to Piccadilly, the amount of homeless people in Manchester is absolutely disgusting, honestly. I must have counted, it's almost getting to 100 people that are homeless, that are either begging for whatever they've got, food, money, whatever. There's a desperate situation going on in Manchester at the minute, and this is why I have to finish my video off with the amount of homeless people. You can't walk 25 yards without seeing someone in a blanket or a sleeping bag, or something of that nature, where someone's got nowhere to live. Just about 4 people tried to stop me, and if you start giving one, you have to give to them all, basically. So fucking where does it stop? You can't fucking walk from one place to another, one train station to another, and just keep giving money out. You would have probably lost about fucking 300 quid a week's wages, you know, trying to give to the homeless people. So I thought I'd just do a video with that statement, that I don't want to film the homeless people because it's not their fault, and I don't want to be looking like I'm, you know, trying to get views for fucking people's, you know, the situations. So I'd send this video with that, really. With that being said, anyway, it's the end of the video now. I just wanted to try and raise the awareness about the amount of homeless people that are in Manchester. Wow, I've never seen it so bad. Anyway, nice watching, and peace for now.